Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and a very good day to everyone. I'm Siti Sarah binti Ibrahim, a representative of the other team members from UITM Rembau. We would like to share our studies entitled Challenges in Online Distance Learning Delivery During COVID-19 Crisis, a case study of UITM Negeri Sembilan. To start our presentations, let's have some introduction on the situation of current COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, basically, the danger of COVID-19 has also triggered our educational institution, whereby in many countries they have decided to close the schools, colleges, or even the universities in order to reduce the contact and saving lives. And of course, this step has causes an interruption in their teaching and learning activities, so that this educational institution need to close their face-to-face teaching and learning and start moving their courses online. And due to this, online distance learning ODL have grown in popularity due to this pandemic COVID-19. So basically, this application is seen as an alternative to method to the higher educational settings in Malaysia. And by adapting to this new normal, University Technologi Mara, which is UITM, also has decided to continue their teaching and learning activities using this ODL approach. So that in UITM, we started implementing our ODL for almost 2 weeks, starting from 13 April until now. And of course, there are an advantages having these kind of approaches, but then they might also have some challenges occurred during the delivery of ODL approach in our teaching and learning activities. So thus, this paper has conducted to identify the challenges faced by the lecturers in delivering their teaching using ODL approach. And this study is conducted, focuses in UITM Cawangan Negeri Sembilan. Then proceed to the problem statement of this study, started by the implementation of MCO start from 18 March 2020. Due to the MCO implementation by our government, UITM is taking an effort to continue the learning activities by using ODL approach, so that the lecturers are now conducting their online classes from home. The lecturers also being advised to use variety of platforms to suit the needs of the students. For example, like using a WhatsApp, Telegram, Google Meet, Hangout, Google Classroom, Island, as well as YouFuture. But going digital effectively, of course, requires a substantial coordination by management and support from ICT service providers, so that the ODL or the ODL process can be run smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. But however, the study found out that there are few challenges during the ODL process in UITM Negeri Sembilan. There are 5 challenges here that we would like to highlight, which is the limitation of using technology, the difficulty in evaluating students' work in terms of time commitment, then intense work involved in designing and delivering the lectures to create the students' engagement. And finally, a sensation of speaking to a wall without instant feedback. So basically, in this study, we will discuss thoroughly how these challenges occur and how the lecturers may respond to these challenges. But before we go further, let's have some literature review. We are also conducting a literature review in our study, whereby looking at each of the elements or challenges that we identified below. So later on, you can refer to our full paper to read in detail on the author's explanation in each of the element, which is the limitation of using technology, the difficulty in evaluating students' work, the commitments, time commitments, the student engagement, as well as a sensation of speaking to a wall without instant feedback. Okay. Then, to discuss our finding in this study, we also would like to discuss this by having five challenges that we highlighted before. First, limitation of using technology. We are looking at the educator's perspective as well as students' perspective. In educator's perspective, of course, there are limitation of using advancements of mechanism when the lecturers, were not equally trained or proper implementation, since the COVID-19 is an unexpected phenomenon. So we are also new to the technology, whereby we are expecting to use a variety of platform to teach or to make sure the students can get whatever we would like to deliver. Second is students' perspective. The students also as well require a constant guidance in using the online learning until they become familiar. So of course, this limitation of using technology become the most challenges by the educators as well as the students. So that both educators and students need to ensure that we are guidance by this new technology to make sure the process of learning, teaching and learning can be run smoothly. Then second one is difficulty in evaluating students. Were apparently educators of any kind will frequently face resistance, and evaluating the students' work can be a burdensome to the educators, to the lecturers. We need to spend a lot of time to create the assessment, to evaluate the students' work. We need to find a lot of, we need to, we will feel stressed somehow, or when there is some difficulties during the evaluation, during the creating an assessment and so forth. So this will create a burden to the lecturers in evaluating as well as creating an assessment of the students' work. Third one was time commitment. Of course, technology is good, but as a humans, we are not error free, and thus as well the technology also will goes and follow to the error free. There are a lots of time commitments of educators, since they need to spend hundreds of time as compared to conventional learning. Actually, we need to give lots of time to commit in creating our learning, our online learning, as well as to do the assessment and the evaluation. Then the third one was students' engagement. The fourth one is the students' engagement. Students' engagement and a sensation of speaking to a wall without instant feedback actually mostly the same, whereby the educators or the lecturers feel that it is hardly to embed the emotion or non-verbal communication using the online learning. So it's very difficult to make sure that the students fully engage with the lecturers. And the lecturers also will feel that they are speaking to a wall when they don't get any instant feedback from the students. For example, during the Google Classroom, even during the WhatsApp application. So basically, this is among the challenges that we feel, we as a lecturers in UiTM Negeri Sembilan feel having the ODR implementation. So, to conclude our presentation, having all the challenges that we identified or highlighted previously, we would like to recommend, the study would like to recommend to the management and the lecturers also to fully prepare and encounter this issue during Pasca COVID-19, so that in future the teaching and learning process will be improved. Okay, with that, I would like to thank you to everyone for listening. Stay safe, stay home. Hashtag kita jaga kita. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.